Hey, Cody Sperber, CEO of Clever Investor here, and I'm about to teach you something that 99% of people don't know about making money in real estate.
Cody. She's inside, she's going crazy, she's talking mad smack.
Is she now?
Here's your paddle.
Well, then I'm just gonna have to teach her a lesson. Everybody knows that more people get wealthy from real estate than any other field. But let's not worry about that getting rich stuff for now. I have a game to play. Hiya! Zero serving zero. Sure, it's possible to get rich in real estate. I've done it, so many of my successful students have done it, but the truth of the matter is, most people get into real estate, do it very part-time and as an additional source of income. But here's the thing, most people don't have a clear picture of what it truly means to invest in real estate, like on the most basic level. Most people think that you have to have a bunch of money or real estate license or good credit or business experience to be able to do this, but that's just not the case. Hold that thought. Hey, great job, kiddo. Speaking of the best, why don't you guys step into my studio and I'm going to show you the 4 fastest ways you can make a profit as a real estate investor. All right, so what I want to do right now is break down the 4 primary profit centers that you should have as a real estate investor. And as you can see, some of them require money, some do not, some produce quick cash, and some create long-term wealth. Now, when we get done, you're not only going to know which different ways that you should be focusing on to make money as a real estate investor, but you're also going to have the opportunity to get signed up for a very special web class, a limited time class where you can start learning how to actually go out and do this stuff and start making profits in your local market. Now, this training, it's going to be super quick, but if you happen to be in a hurry, you can go ahead, click the link that you see on your screen, register for a time that works for you, and jump on the free training. All right, let's dive on in. What you see on your screen is what I call my 4-square strategy matrix. These are different investing strategies that produce different results. Like I said, in the beginning, I didn't have a real estate license. I didn't have any construction knowledge. I didn't have any money to invest into the deals, but what I did have was a lot of time. So one of the first strategies my mentor had me focus on is a strategy called quick flipping. All right, quick flipping, otherwise known as wholesaling. All right, now, quick flipping doesn't require any money out of your own pocket or very little money out of your own pocket, and it results in quick cash. You can get these quick paydays, and essentially what quick flipping is, and I go over this in detail on the free training class that you have an opportunity to jump on, but essentially what it is pairing motivated sellers and cash buyers together, right? Finding discounted properties, finding rehabbers or landlords that are looking for deals, and pairing them together and playing matchmaker and making what we call a wholesale fee for putting the deal together. Now, if you do this the right way with the right paperwork, you don't need a real estate license, and you can easily do these deals. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4. I have some of my students doing 20, 30, 40 of these a month and making quick cash, all right? And this is the same strategy that I started with when I first got into the business. And like I said, I go over this in detail on the training class. Another strategy that I really wanted to get into, but like I said, I didn't have a lot of money. I started doing this first so I can earn the money so I could do more of these. It does require money, but here's the good thing. It could be OPM, other people's money, and we've seen this on TV with Flip or Flop or Fix This House, and this is called the fix and flip or a rehab. Fix and flip. All right. Now, we've all seen those shows where somebody buys a distressed property in a nice neighborhood and they renovate it and they sell it for top dollar, and then some nice family gets an amazing home and the rehabber gets a nice big fat payday. That's rehabbing or fix and flipping. And like I said, you can use other people's money. I teach this strategy in detail. There's a lot of moving pieces. You got to know how to find good contractors and manage crews and source materials and all that stuff. But once you have the team around you and you understand the steps in the process, it's actually fun and extremely profitable. Now down here, these are more acquisition strategies to build a rental portfolio. Most of us get into real estate because we want to actually fire ourselves from real estate at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to create long-term sustainable wealth for our family, so that way we can live the good life and create a lot of cash flow coming in, so we don't ever have to work another day in our lives, and we can take nice vacations and spend more time with our family and pay off debts and go on vacations, all the fun stuff. This is that area down here. Now, some of these strategies require little to no money out of pocket, and some of these strategies do require money, and they're a little bit more traditional. So this first box is a whole world of creative type of deals, creative deals. This is actually like tools in an investor's tool belt. Now, when I first started, like I said, I was up here. This is a little bit more advanced. That's why it took me a little longer to master this. But these are really cool strategies for people who either own their property free and clear, and they're not that motivated to sell it at a discount. Maybe this is that landlord who's owned the property for 20 years, paid it off, they own it in cash, they paid it off, and they're not that motivated to sell it at a big discount. But what they would do is what's called a seller carryback. Okay, a seller carryback. And that's where essentially they're becoming the bank and loaning me the money to buy the property, and I'm paying them instead of going to a bank and getting a traditional loan and paying the bank. There's other strategies such as it's called a subject to transaction. That's a really creative deal type. There's wraparound mortgages. There's sandwich lease options, regular lease options. I mean, there's this whole world of creative deal types where they don't require a lot of your own money. They produce cash flow. Now, obviously, I don't have enough time right now in this video to go through every single one individually, but just know that there's a lot of different tools that you can pull out of your investor tool belt that once you understand the paperwork and how to set the deal up properly and legally, it's a lot of fun to be creative in real estate. You can kind of make deals happen from deals that most people would have passed on, but I look at them and I'm like, okay, there's a hidden profit center right there. Oh, I know how to structure that to give that seller what they want and still get an awesome cash flowing property for my rental portfolio. So that's the creative world. And over here, this is the more traditional landlording. Land, if I can spell, lording. Did I screw that all up? Landlording. Yeah, landlording. I guess that's right. Otherwise known as owning rental properties. And like I said, this does require money. It can be other people's money. I've actually bought a lot of rental properties in the past where I've raised private capital to be able to do it, or went to a partner and structured a deal where I source the property, they bring the money, and I put the deal together and we split the profits on the deal. But for the most part, this is pretty traditional. Most people save up money, they go to a bank, they get a traditional loan, and they buy a house. And the end result of both of these strategies is cash flow. So obviously, this is just the beginning, but you now have a pretty clear picture of different ways that you can make money in real estate. Now, I'm never going to tell you that it's going to be easy, but I will say that it's actually way simpler than you would imagine. The good news is I've taken the time to break it all down step by step by step. I've closed well over 1,000 real estate deals. I made millions of dollars in the process. And obviously, my results, they're not typical, but that's okay. Who wants typical, right? We're going to take this one step at a time. And your first step is just to get registered for my special web class that I have coming up. It's absolutely free. You're going to see a link here on the video somewhere. Just click the link, choose the time that works best for you, and let's rock this thing. It doesn't cost anything, and when it's done, you're going to be ready to go out there and start putting this stuff into action. That's all I have for you right now on this video. This is Cody Sperber, the Clever Investor, signing off. Take care, comb your hair, and I'll see you on the web class.